certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Looking to throw on second down. Rich, throw left side, complete. That's Stanley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Falcons on third down, as close to automatic as you can get, 9 out of 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on third and inches. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Back to throw. Rich. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Stanley. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The football, and the Falcons grab it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Stanley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. On 3rd down, it's Stanley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 1st down, it's Stanley. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dent, and some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Stanley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Stanley. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Rich. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Falcons are Super Bowl bound. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.